Welcome to the virtual grand opening of Assistance League of Long Beach's new campus. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate the formal opening of our new Miller Children's Center and the renovated Cheryls Marie Lallier Philanthropic Center. We are excited to share with you these wonderful new facilities, so open your program and follow along with us. You've got the best seat in the house.
It is my pleasure to welcome you to our stunning new Earl B. and Lorraine H. Miller Foundation Orthodontic Pavilion. Our mission has always been to serve children living in the greater Long Beach region, and these new facilities will enable us to expand and improve access to health care and education for tens of thousands of our community's children. The dream to build the Miller Children's Center began 5 years ago under the leadership and vision of former presidents Suzanne Powell, Vicki Solis, Patty Brown, and Joanne McDonald. They deserve our sincere thanks for their vision and guidance. Between the early planning phase and today's celebration, dozens of volunteers and staff served on our capital campaign. And from the very beginning, 2 individuals have guided us to move forward. Cynthia Terry, our Creating Smiles Capital Campaign Chairman, and Executive Director Annette Kashawabara.
Our capital campaign benefited from the energies and talents of exceptional individuals. In your program, you will find the names of more than 75 volunteers who served on 7 different campaign committees. They were led by Committee Chairman Kathy Lingle, Suzanne Nosworthy, Patty Brown, Jane Jackson, Linda Drummond, as well as Campaign Treasurer Catherine Vandenberg. Coordination of the campaign's numerous committees and activities fell to the campaign cabinet, where the talents of Assistance League of Long Beach member volunteers were joined by leaders from the business community, the philanthropic community, and our school district. Their guidance, goodwill, and gifts were critical to our success. I also wish to acknowledge a special member of our campaign cabinet. Walt Flory retired last year as president of the Earl B. and Lorraine H. Miller Foundation. Walt was always a partner and an inspiration to us. He challenged Assistance League of Long Beach to be more and to do more for our greater Long Beach community. Assistance League of Long Beach and the community owes Walt our greatest appreciation. When you come to visit, you'll be able to see a special plaque in Walt's honor. We celebrate the success of the capital campaign, but raising the money was just half of the equation. The buildings had to be designed and constructed. The task of coordinating the construction fell to our member volunteer, Cindy Summers, who served as our capital project chair, working with John Burley, formerly from the architectural firm of Frederick Fisher and Partners, and Randy Wilson and his team from Norm Wilson and Sons. It's impossible for me to even guess the number of hours and amount of effort that Cindy and her team devoted to this project. Together, these individuals have made our dream a reality. The chairman of a capital campaign serves as chief executive of motivation, inspiration, and solicitation. We had the absolute best in our capital campaign chairman, Cynthia Terry. Cynthia was instrumental in the visioning and the strategic planning that defined this entire undertaking. Her talent for articulating the vision kept us focused. She kept our sights on our vision.
I am humbled by our donors' response to our vision for this children's center. We knew at the outset that the needs of the most vulnerable children in our community were urgent, and we knew that Assistance League of Long Beach had earned its reputation for exemplary philanthropic programs to serve these needs. But we had no idea that the donor community would respond to the children's needs and to our plans with such generosity and enthusiasm. It's inspiring to see what can be achieved when Assistance League of Long Beach member volunteers and our friends in the community focus their time, their talent, and their resources for the greater good. More than 250 donors contributed to our Creating Smiles capital campaign, and we extend our sincere thanks. I'm standing next to our Creating Smiles Capital Campaign donor wall, where donor gifts of $2,500 and up are recognized. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the visionary donors who made the 6- and 7-figure lead gifts that set the pace for the campaign's ultimate success. We express our sincere appreciation for the 2 foundations whose names will grace the Children's Center and the Philanthropic Center in perpetuity. Thank you to the Earl B. and Lorraine H. Miller Foundation, which named our new Miller Children's Center. The Cheryls Marie Lallier Foundation generously supported the renovation of the Cheryls Marie Lallier Philanthropic Center. Many thanks for your commitment to our mission of transforming children and adults in our community through community programs. We are also pleased to acknowledge lead gifts from the John and Helen Apostle Foundation and the Rudolph J. and Daphne A. Munzer Foundation. Additional lead gifts were received from the S. Mark Taper Foundation, the Amundsen Foundation, Marathon Petroleum Foundation, and the Ralph M. Parsons Foundation. A special note of appreciation to Josephine Molina and Heather Rudy, who along with their Rumba Foundation made lead gifts in honor of 2 of their family members who passed away this last year. Cameo member Rosie Peterson and chapter member Moanarudy were dedicated Assistance League of Long Beach member volunteers. We are honored that they will be a part of our philanthropic center in perpetuity. I would also like to thank an amazing group of visionary lead gift donors who are Assistance League of Long Beach member volunteers who have given countless hours over the years as volunteers to our philanthropic programs. Mary Alice and Bob Brawley, Suzanne and Doyle Powell, Ann and Daryl Wilson, Blair Cardy, Suzanne and David Nosworthy, Julie and Randy Wilson, and our Las Hermanas Auxiliary. Finally, an expression of very personal appreciation. For these past years, I have spent nearly every Monday or Tuesday morning with an amazing executive team. We've shared the highs and the lows together. We've called on one another for the courage, faith, planning, and hard work that has brought us here today. Many thanks to my executive committee, Kathy Lingo, Suzanne Nosworthy, Annette Kashawabara, Oscar Reyes, and Mary Newkirk. As I close our program, I would like to direct our thoughts to the future. Often what feels like the end is really the beginning. Our capital campaign has been a bold and grand undertaking. It has built the new Miller Children's Center and renovated the beautiful Cheryls Marie Lallier Philanthropic Center. Most importantly, however, this campaign has given us a picture of what we can achieve in the future. This is only the beginning of service on behalf of a better future for the children and young adults in our community. We invite every one of you to continue the journey with us. Thank you all for joining us today, and please enjoy our virtual celebration of the grand opening of the new Assistance League of Long Beach campus.
League of Long Beach's new campus. We are standing in the Las Hermanas Garden Grove, which is the connection between the two buildings. Let's start with the Cheryls Mari Lallier Philanthropic Center.
The first time that I saw this beautiful plaque of Cheryls, my breath was taken away. I felt like Cheryls looked like an angel. It's beautiful. Cheryls' memory lives on, her hopes and dreams, through the Assistant League of Long Beach as she continues to help children in so many different ways. The volunteers that do so much amazing work with the Assistant League is something that's extremely important. Cheryls used to volunteer, and their missions just align with each other. I think that Cheryls would be very happy to have been able to help with Operation School Bell, working with children and knowing all the good that they receive. Cheryls was the most amazing, loving daughter, sister, friend. She had so much compassion and empathy for people. She was the most non-judgmental person I have ever known, and she deeply cared. I'm just very happy that this is here.
You know, I was so thrilled when I heard that we were going to expand on the volunteer center when we did the renovation at the Philanthropic Center, because that meant that we would have more room for our staff. In this room, we have the 4 auxiliaries who have their volunteer desk in this room. The president and our executive director and staff members that help us run the organization. Also, a desk for the president-elect and for the Philanthropic Center chairperson. I love this room. I spend a lot of time in this room. I love the staff and the volunteers, and I want all of our donors and our volunteers to know that we appreciate them all so much. I am so excited that now we have a break room for the volunteers and the members. It's because of everything that we do here that makes us all feel like a family. And now I would like to ask you to make your way around the block.
Hey everybody, my name's Mike and we're in the Kids on the Block room. Hi, welcome.
Kids on the Block is an educational puppet program for elementary school children. It helps them with social and behavior aspects of the problems that they're having in school. We perform for around 3,000 kids per year. This year, we're focusing on bullying and school violence. So we have 2 bullying programs. One is for kindergarten, and that's Rescue and Report. 1st and 2nd grade is school safety, and 3rd grade is Alternatives to Violence.
It's really about learning to talk to people and to understand what I'm feeling. And that's what I learned from our show. And I hope the kids get it too.
I think bullying is a really hot topic right now, and the kids don't know how to deal with it by themselves. And if they can't deal with it by themselves, then they need help, and that's where we come in.
What do you think about our new room? I love the room. All of our friends are out here, and we even have a practice area way in the back because, you know, before we had to scooch over. I'm packing up to go to a school, and it was really, really not okay. So, and I understand that there are new puppeteers coming with new kids, so they need to practice and practice and practice so they can learn their lines. So this room has been great for us. We are proud to have people come and see us, and this room is perfect. I wish I could live here all the time.
I know. Well, we get to hang out with our friends all the time.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
We do. I'm going to get you special access to the next part of our tour. It's a secured vault, and it's right this way.
Welcome to the vault of the Howard and Asian Art Collection. We are so happy that in this expanded space we can do an even better job of showing our 7th grade students in Long Beach Unified School District about Asian art when they're studying it in their world history lesson. The kids love our tours because we tell stories, we have hands-on activities. This expansion has meant so much to the success of our program because of all the extra things we can do. The extra space gave us shelving, yes, but most of all, it gave us this table. This table is imperative when you're dealing with very soft, fine fabrics. You can't put them on just any table. It has to be smooth. And the height of this table for us makes it so much easier to work at than the 2 little tables we had when the space was much smaller that weren't even. But we can use our rack of rolled up, what are called flat textiles, much more easily now. We can actually look at them, and because we have new display spaces too, thanks to this expansion, in the front where you may have seen the red kimonos displayed, we could never display things like that before. So this expansion has just opened up all kinds of possibilities for the Howard and Asian Art Collection. This collection was started in the early 1900s by Margaret and Walter Howard. That is a history lesson in itself. They collected everything, and they left it in trust to the Assistance League for the purpose of conserving it and showing it to the public. So in addition to our 7th grader tours, we also give tours to the general public. And we cooperate with other organizations with the collection as well. The Asian art part has come along and become a growing part of our collection because of the generous donors we've had who have donated these beautiful artifacts to us because they feel and know we can conserve them. Joining the Howard collection was quite an eye-opener for me because the way we conduct these tours for the 7th graders is very involved with the students. And I guess the thrill for me as a volunteer is the payback from the students when they get it. When you're talking about something like bound feet in China and they see a small artifact of a beautiful shoe, it becomes real. It's really fascinating. It's like being a teacher, maybe. Next stop, help for women and children in need.
I would like to give you an overview of what the Assault Survivor Kits Committee does. And right now we're in the home base where we keep all of our supplies and where we meet to do our packing 4 times throughout the year. One of the goals that our committee has is to work with the forensic nurses of Long Beach. We provide the nurses with wear home clothing kits that we'd like to show you. These clothing kits contain sweatpants, a t-shirt, underwear, and socks. And we provide these to the forensic nurses for them to give to survivors of sexual assault. When a woman is taken to the forensic nurses, they need to leave their clothing there for evidence. So we have clothing for them to wear when they go home. We go to the forensic nurses about once a month to check the supplies of clothing, and if anything is needed, we then restock. During the winter time, if they need sweatshirts or hoodies, we also add those to the collection that they have there. Another thing that our committee does is work with the Interval House and the Women's Shelter of Long Beach. We provide personal toiletry kits to them, and the toiletry kits look like this. Our committee members come to this wonderful room and we pack the kits. A couple of times during the year, the assistines put together these Cuddles bags. And in the Cuddles bag is a stuffed animal wrapped in a handmade blanket and then put in a colorful bag. And these, we take these to the women's shelter and the interval house when we do our deliveries, and they are then given to the children as needed. In each of the hygiene kits, we put a survey card. We ask them on this card if they will tell us if these kits have provided some comfort or support to them. 99% of the recipients and responders have told us that these kits did bring them comfort and support. It's been absolutely wonderful having the additional space for the Assault Survivor Kits Committee. We can have all of our supplies here, and in addition to that, we have enough room where tables can be set up to have room to get our kits filled. So we can lay everything out, we can put everything together, and then we can store our kits in here too. For your next part of your tour, you have a special cameo appearance that is waiting for you. Please enjoy.
This is the Rosie Peterson MultiPurpose room where our cameo students come to work on their resumes, their college applications, and any other educational programs that we provide for them. The cameo program has educational opportunities and cultural opportunities. So we spend one-on-one time with our students, and so they get group work and they also get one-on-one attention from a mentor. And the purpose of Cameo is to provide our students with a one-on-one mentor so that they can have support for their education and also to further their education in college. We offer the students educational opportunities, as I've mentioned, and we also offer them cultural opportunities. We hire buses and we take them to museums or to a play, so they not only have learning experiences, but they get to see the world in a different way. This room will enable us to have our program in here. For instance, when we have a technology workshop, as you can see, there's some computers in here, and the students will be able to learn maybe how to do LinkedIn or learn a new skill on the computers. Or they may be able to use this space to meet with other people. Like we have a career awareness day, and we invite people of different professions to come and share with the students what the work is like. This is the Rosie Peterson MultiPurpose room, named after a very well-loved Cameo member named Rosie Peterson. Rosie was chair of Cameo 2 different times, and she was highly involved with the program and mentoring our students. As you make your way to the next stop on the tour, don't forget you can go on our website to get further information.
Welcome to the Moanarudy room, multi-purpose room for our meetings. This is a brand new room to us, but this room has been here for quite some time. The interesting thing about this room is that what is now our beautiful state-of-the-art orthodontic center used to all take place in this room alone. This room now is repurposed and will be used by many, many of our Assistance League programs. Because of its location, it's very central to our philanthropic center. It'll also be used for meeting rooms for the general public when they come in for tours. This is a very functioning multi-purpose room. So in this room particularly, we have a beautiful case over here, items that were donated by 2 Long Beach community members who are art collectors as well of Asian art, Jim Keck and Steve Baba. They have on loan to us right now some beautiful items that are related to the Japanese tea ceremony, different beautiful sets. We have a beautiful scroll that is hung in a Japanese tea house. As we go around the room, there's also a space on the other opposite wall that used to be a toothbrushing station. which is now a beautiful display case for our Koa bowls that are ceremonial bowls from the 1800s. From the Howard collection, very precious to us and very beautiful to see. From here, you will now learn more about some of our other programs, and some of those programs will be using this meeting room in the future. So this way, please.
You've heard about some of our programs, but I'd like to tell you about some more. A la carte visits children at Miller Children's Hospital in Long Beach. The ladies bring crafts and arts and games and books right to the children's bedside to help keep them distracted and forget about their illness. Another program is Assist Teens, in which we have close to 100 teenagers from the area local high schools. The Scholarship Committee provides financial awards to deserving students from Long Beach City College and Cal State Long Beach. Last year, we gave over $50,000 in awards to deserving students. Okay, another program is the Vocational Training Program. We have students from the ages of 18 to 22 who are in the Adult Community Transition Program. They work with member volunteers at our thrift and vintage shop, learning skills that they will be able to use later on. Launching Literacy is our newest program. In cooperation with Long Beach Unified School District, our volunteers have been trained to work with reading students to improve the skills that they need to be successful. And now we'll take you to a place where smiles are created.
The Earl B. and Lorraine H. Miller Foundation is very proud to be associated with the Assistance League because Lorraine Miller was one of the founding board members, and she actually put together the 5-year yearbook of the Assistance League. So it began with that very passionate and personal relationship of Lorraine Miller with the Assistance League back in 1940. And pursuant to that, the Miller Foundation took on the role of serving organizations, actually, that provide services directly to youth in our community. And when you look at the mission of the Assistance League, given that it focuses on not just youth but families and youth, there's a lot of synergy there. So throughout the years, that has grown in various ways as an excellent partnership and service to our community. I love what I do, so it's a passion, and I see that reflected here at the Assistance League. It's a passion for the people who are here. There's no way you could take things to the level of detail that you see in this facility and that you see in the programs and that you see in the faces of the children that leave here, knowing that were it not for the opportunity to come to a place like this, they may not have the quality of life that they are now able to experience. That's life-changing. That's what the Assistance League is about. Well, the Earl B. and Lorraine H. Miller Orthodontic Pavilion is a perfect fit for the relationship with the Miller Foundation because we're both focused on the health and well-being of youth in our community. And when you think about orthodontic care, you think about issues that also impact self-esteem for children as well. And so to be able to come to a place where you're going to have excellent care by the physicians and staff, excellent care in a surrounding environment that wraps their arms not only around the child, but the family, it's like coming to a place unlike any other, especially if you don't have the funds to be able to afford it. And that makes this pavilion very, very unique in our community and changes the lives of children in a very positive way. Every organization has a culture, and the culture of the Assistance League, as I've come to know it, is one that embraces our entire community and no one is excluded, and I think that's special.
I'm going to kind of just take the time to kind of walk through the Orthodontic Pavilion and give you a highlight of each different room and how it helps us serve the community. So the treatment bay you can see is a large open bay. We have 6 dental chairs. And the nice thing about this space is that we have a lot of natural light and we have a lot of space. And I found that it really helps reduce our patients' anxiety about their dental appointment and helps set them at ease.
And I'm going to talk a little bit about our program, the orthodontic program. We currently have about 60 members on the committee, and we're volunteers, and we come in, and some of the ladies work at the front office. They help with the reception desk, they do filing, and then another key component is the financial screening, because this program is for the financially challenged. So we bring them in and we screen them and we set their fees.
We use a lot of the different spaces in this new clinic to help us accommodate not just the patients and the families, but also the member volunteers and the staff. An important thing to keep in mind is that a lot of our patients and their families rely on public transportation to get here. And a lot of the families need to bring not just their siblings, but also many of the members of their extended family. And the reception room gives us an area for the patients and their extended family to relax and to enjoy themselves while they finish up their orthodontic appointment. Typically on a patient, we take 2 types of x-rays. We take a panoramic x-ray and we take a cephalometric x-ray. What's nice about having this machine here is that we can take both of these x-rays in a matter of minutes. We can then take those x-rays, we can directly upload them to the patient's paperless digital chart, and we can look at them on the monitor. And this makes the entire process of treatment planning and taking records on the patients quick, much more affordable, and much more seamless. One thing we've done is we've created a consultation room, and what's nice is that it gives us a private area, a quiet area where we can sit down with the patient, we can sit down with their family, and we can make sure that they understand all aspects of the orthodontic treatment because it's complicated. And you know, more than half of our patients, their parents are not native English speakers. And this gives us the space where we can have a translator who can translate everything for them to make sure that they can truly consent to the treatment and that they know what's required of them before they spend a couple of years with us.
Our program serves the children of Long Beach, Lakewood, Bellflower, and Signal Hill. So the way the process works, you call in, we make an appointment at the front desk, the doctor sees the child, evaluates if the child's ready for braces. Then my committee, the financial screening committee, will sit down with the parents and we will look at their income and their expenses. And the fees are set on a sliding scale. Now, how that relates differently to this new building is before we had massive screenings that took all day long and patients had to wait. Currently, we're seeing potential new patients every Tuesday and Thursday. So we're really reaching those children at the right time when they're ready.
Our program can address orthodontic needs for children from anywhere from 6 to 18 years of age. And we provide what's traditionally known as both phase 1 and phase 2 treatment. And phase 1 treatment is the treatment that you would typically provide to a patient in elementary school, where you're trying to address developmental problems that could affect how they develop down the line. Now, phase 2 treatment is typically what you would think when you provide some treatment to a teenager. And at that point, what we're trying to do is really settle in the adult dentition. And other than addressing the orthodontic needs, we're also doing a lot to affect that child's well-being and their overall self-esteem. We have children that come in here that are afraid to smile. We've really seen how they've transformed and how they act by the end of the time they're done with us. We currently serve 1,000 patients in all phases of orthodontic treatment, and that includes kids in braces, retainers, and also children that are coming in treatment and kids that are getting ready to leave treatment. And what's nice about this facility is it gives us the space and it gives us the tools we need to see a larger patient population. Our goal in the future is to be able to expand our services so that we can see up to 1,500 patients in all forms of orthodontic treatment so that we can further serve the community. You know, the Assistance League of Long Beach and the orthodontic program is really unique in the community in that we're providing a service that traditionally is not available to children that come from families with limited financial resources. We really are the only game in town in what we provide. And it's not just that we're providing this service to them, we're also providing a really high quality service and giving them access to tools and access to treatment that in any other place and at any other time have never been available.
I love the new pavilion here because we're more relaxed when we're working with our patients and our parents. They're very nervous sometimes. I mean, how would you feel when someone's looking at your financials? And I feel like we're able to offer them the dignity that they deserve. And it's wonderful to sit there and look at that child sitting in front of you and he covers his mouth and he won't smile. And then I come in 2 years later and there's this grown kid and he has this great smile and he has that confidence. And so if somebody said, why is this program important to me? That's why. You've seen where we create the smiles. The next stop is where we bring smiles to thousands of children in Long Beach.
Operation School Bell is a program within Assistance League of Long Beach where we provide free brand new uniforms to all the children of need within Long Beach Unified School District. Our goal is to clothe about 12,000 children within 3 to 5 years. Operation School Bell caters to grades K through 5, which is our elementary school, and the middle school is 6th grade through 8th grade. High school is 9th through 12th grade. Our volunteers go to a specific school and size the students. Once we finish sizing at the school, we come back to the John Helen Apostle Operation School Bell Pavilion, which we are standing in now. And we come back and pack the free uniforms into the backpacks. And then we call our contact at Long Beach Unified Transportation Department, where they come here and pick up the backpacks and deliver it to the designated school where we sized. I just think we always need to help the children within our community. They are little people who don't have voices, so I think if someone there they know that can rely on, they can talk to saying I need help with something, we're there for them. We had a student at one of our neighboring schools. The school administrator called us and he said we need help through Operation School Bell. He was over like 6 feet and 5 inches, homeless, so he had no school uniform, he had no shoes. So they called Lorraine, can you help us with anything, whether it's just uniforms, hygiene kits, shoes. Normally we don't offer shoes, but since the child had no shoes and he's homeless, we provided him with brand new Van shoes, and he had a unique size, which was a size 16. And then we provided him with brand new pants, polos, hoodies. He had the biggest smile, and he thanked us, and you can tell he was wearing his clothes with such pride and confidence as opposed to not having anything. And he was grateful for those shoes. All he kept talking about were his shoes. And also the kids will receive free school supplies. And then for the upperclassmen, we also provide hygiene kits for the middle school and high school. So in those hygiene kits, it has deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush, and the 2-in-1 body wash. Since moving into the John Helen Apostle Operation School Bell Pavilion, with this huge square footage, because initially we began across the way at the Philanthropic Center where our square footage is about 1,300. Now we've doubled it. We are able to pack more backpacks in a quick and efficient manner. Like for instance, we had a big pack, which was about 1,000 backpacks. If we did it in the other building, it would take us about 3 hours. But when we did it here, and we had our corporate partners, which are the ones who help, raise money for us, make donations, we did it in a record time of 1 hour and 10 minutes. That was faster than anything before.
Please watch your head as you exit, and remember that Assistance League of Long Beach's success is because of individuals like you who donate their time and talents to our many programs. We're so excited that we're able to show you all the growth we've had here at Assistance League of Long Beach.